Just wanted to talk a little bit. There was a seniors forum at St. Patrick's Mercy Home today, and I got there for the morning part of the session. I didn't make the afternoon, but very informative and some excellent ideas for government to focus on, and hopefully us in a few months to focus on as government. But areas where government can better incorporate ideas and policies that involve seniors and ensure that seniors in our community are not left out of how government think. So I wanted to commend the organisers of that event today for putting off the event, and just to say that I found it very valuable and very thought-provoking. But on that, I also had another comment, regarding seniors, and I've heard Minister Jackman last week and I think the previous week as well talk about the importance of aging in place, and it's a great message, and I absolutely agree with that concept. The problem is government are doing the exact opposite with St. Luke's cottages, where they had a system where the residents there were able to age in place, and as they were in greater need of care and wanted to move from the cottages, they were given first priority to move to the home. And government have now taken that back so that it's just level 3 and level 4 residents of the cottage, and many of those residents believe that at least the ones that are currently there should be grandfathered into the policy and the understanding that they had. So I'd like for government, I wrote a letter to the minister last month, about 3 weeks ago, I guess, asking them to consider grandfathering the existing residents, and haven't heard back yet, but I'd like for government to at least have a look at that.
Any idea how many people you'd be talking about?
Well, there's I'm guessing there's in the range of 50 to 60 cottages. I don't know the exact number, but there are probably 50 or 60 cottages, and many of those residents have been there for 20, 25 years. I think there's one resident in there 28 or 29 years, and when they moved in, they were given the understanding that they would have first priority at St. Luke's cottages, and that it was, basically an aging in place concept, and that was part of the attraction of moving to the cottages, is knowing that residents that go to Bishop Meaden Manor, for example, would generally flow into St. Luke's cottages, and from there into St. Luke's home, and they age with the community that they're in, so that when they go from one location to another, at least they're with friends. They know some of the people that are there. It's not taking them and putting them into a completely foreign environment. It gives them a better quality of life. Yeah,
well, upheaval at any age is stressful, and particularly, I suppose, at that age, and given that they've been there for so long, and it's home, and has been for quite some time, we certainly hope that there's some consideration being given to that, and I guess the fact that you haven't received a response at least is good news in the sense that they haven't said no.
Exactly. Well, hopefully they're considering or reconsidering, and on the books, I mean, no doubt the government and Eastern Health are able to say, we haven't changed the policy. That's the policy. The policy that's currently in place has been on the books and in place for a number of years. Well, that's true enough. It was sort of a blind eye approach at St. Luke's cottages, that instead of, I know this year, there was one individual, for example, that was in need of greater care and had to move from St. Luke's cottages to another location. And that was, that wasn't the norm in previous years. That new approach started this year, even though the books say that that's the way it's supposed to be. It's first available bed. That's not the approach that was generally taken at St. Luke's cottages when residents wanted to go to the home.
All right. Well, listen, we appreciate the call on this today. A lot, I'm sure, is going to come out of this seniors conference that was there today at St. Patrick's Mercy Home. Sister Elizabeth Davis was the keynote speaker, and a lot of facts and figures and, I guess, a forecast of what's to come. And in particular, I've said this a couple times in the show now, but by 2021, almost a quarter of us will be over 65 in this province, and that's something we certainly need to prepare for.
Absolutely. We have an aging, a rapidly aging population here, and we need to prepare for that. And I will say that Sister Elizabeth Davis, her presentation today, I commend her. She very, very well put together, a lot of thought into it, and I really enjoyed her presentation.
All right. Well, thanks again, Tom Osborne. We'll speak to you again, I'm sure, on one of many issues. We're always having a chat now and then. I look forward to it.
Thank you very much.
All the best.